What are Christians waiting for? If we understand that the basic context and the foundation of the Bible has all been fulfilled from Genesis to Revelation, from first Adam, that was the type, and Jesus actually fulfilled that type at the cross, and that 40 years after him, that there was this 70 AD apocalyptic event that actually fulfilled all the prophecies of the Bible. If that is the case, and I believe that is the case, that is the position of full preterism, of covenant creation, of covenant theology, of Israel only, of Adam only, okay? And I am with that position, then we're going to be asking very different questions. And what am I looking forward to in my spiritual walk? What am I to expect? What is all of Christianity all about? And because of that, I wanted to make this video to sort of jumpstart this kind of maybe brewing that's happening in you. So what's next? What do I do with all this information that's making me really rethink of all the Christian doctrines, and is it really, true? So when we look at the end time eschatology point of view in full fulfillment, see, we're living in the days of what the people in the Bible wanted, but they were walking through it in a physical way. We are after that, we're post that, and we actually can see the struggles that they had and the thinking and the, reasoning that they had of, okay, what is the basis of this whole journey when we read the Bible? I believe the very basis of the Bible is to ask and to answer this question that I think all humanity has always asked, that it's a fear-based question of humanity coming to a holy, perfect God and asking God, am I acceptable to you? And if not, what do I need to do to be acceptable for you? I think this is a universal underlying context of why the Bible was written down. And when we see the Bible in its original message and original audience and original, context, we can glean from what they went through, learn from it, so we don't need to repeat it and go through it all over again and again and again. And as we know, history repeats over and over again, not because prophecy needs to be fulfilled, but because humanity, they don't understand history. They don't understand the past. So therefore, they're just constantly remaking the same mistakes over and over and over again. So in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, you have a cosmology where they did not believe that you as a human being could be with God and that God could dwell with you. God could be with you. And so that underlying question, I think, that speaks to all of us is this psychosis and this fear base of, God, am I acceptable to you? How can I be acceptable to you if you are holy and perfect? And the answer is by reading the Bible, by looking at their story and what Jesus had accomplished, even though, we don't need to read ourselves into the text. What we can extract from that is they were living in a time when that would just seemed impossible. We are after that time, and we can say, my God, God is with me now. God is with me now. He is dwelling here. All I need to do, it's not this faith, but it's actually to realize what all has happened. And then to move forward with God, to say, yes, God, I want to do life with you. It is a relationship. Everyone has different relationships with God, okay? And because it's that relationship, I trust in you, and we begin to walk out that relationship in a realization mode. It's not something that, you can earn or you're hoping for, that it, comes to you. It's already inside of you. You have to release it. You have to surrender to it, walk in it, and then God begins to work with you to begin to show you how life is supposed to live in the manner that you want, in the things that are important to you and what you value, right? It's you're a big part of that. So my life isn't going to look like yours and yours not mine, because it's not supposed to. It's very personalized to your goals, to your desires, to your wants, to your needs, to your dreams, all of these things. So what are Christians waiting for? To me, it's a little silly now, thinking back of, how I used to think and how future eschatology really, you know, showed us the wrong way of looking at life, because it was always on a linear path of, oh, we're looking forward to utopia someday. We're looking forward to God now being with man someday. We're looking forward to some kind of perfection one day. And I want you to know, no, all of that has already been provided. That's what Jesus actually did. All of that has already been provided for us. What we need to do is to tap into that and to actually live it out as is. That's our goal right now. That's what we should be focused on, and working through that and asking these kinds of questions, because there isn't going to be this perfected time frame that we were told that somehow Jesus is going to return, come on planet Earth, like Superman, and then have this one world order where everyone is under him, and now we're all going to obey him, and everyone's going to live, for 1,000 years in perfect peace. That is not what the Bible is stating at all. In fact, what the Bible is doing for people in future theology is that it is actually giving you a false hope. And it's not allowing you to live in the present now, because everything is happening in the now. And when you take care of the now, the future already, as a natural byproduct, is taking care of it by itself, by what you're doing today. And so this is very important. I wanted to make this video to talk to you about, this kind of thinking and where you're at in your spiritual walk with God. After preterism, what do we do? How do I think? What am I striving for? What are we doing? You're not supposed to be striving. You're not supposed to be trying. Everything has already been finished. You just need to realize that and begin to step into that reality as what I call the eternal now.